This is the IFSA Strongman World Championships from Reykjavik, Iceland. Hi again, everybody. I'm Doug Anderson. As we've said all along, we started with 24 competitors down to the final 12, and we're now down to the final day of competition. Through the log lift for max weight and the wheelbarrow race for 25 meters, the competitors went head-to-head and came out on top. 5 men have separated themselves from the pack. Here's your final 12 athletes: Nick Best, Blakaitis, Brusokas, Katona, Kaklaev, and Magnuson. The final 6 are Murmet, Ortmeyer, Savikis, Shapansky, Thompson, and Vereshchuk. The athletes come out for their final day of competition, and look at the concentration on the faces of each and every one of them that comes out from behind the curtain. The world champions are Zydrunas Savikis, former world champion Vasil Vereshchuk, and possibly the world champion in waiting, Mikhail Kaklaev, and the final man out is the hometown favorite, Bendik Magnuson.
The deadlift hold is about static strength and pain. Who can go through the pain barrier?
As former world champion Jamie Reeves alluded to, mental toughness is a key in a deadlift hold event. Solis Brusokas on the left side of the screen, Irvin Katona on the right side of the screen. 375 kilos, 827-pound Toyota pickup trucks. Who can hang on for the longest time? There you see the clock ticking on the bottom corner. Brusokas starting to breathe heavily. Katona starting to show signs of strain. One of the other keys is when you face an athlete face to face and they put down first, it's hard for you to keep going. Katona struggling, so is Brusokas, giving out screams. Katona is down, 35.3 seconds. Brusokas with the clock still ticking away is over 45 seconds. Look at Solis Brusokas putting on a tremendous effort for the fans here in Reykjavik, Iceland. 50.5 seconds for Solis Brusokas of Lithuania. As he falls to the ground, fellow competitor Irvin Katona, showing true sportsmanship, helps him back to his feet. You know that is a physically draining effort for Solis Brusokas, but Katona was there to look out for one of his fellow competitors. This is probably a personal record for myself. I've never done this event before as good as I have here. I gave it everything I had. Robert Shapansky, Nick Best set to take on the deadlift hold. Both men looking very comfortable. Just 10 seconds in to the Toyota pickup deadlift hold. Once again, 375 kilos, 827 pounds. And look at how wide of a grip these guys have to have. The strain on their shoulders must be intense. Never mind the concentration that goes in to keeping the pain blocked out of their mind. Now through 30 seconds. Nick Best from Las Vegas, USA. And Poland's Robert Shapansky. Shapansky puts down at 36.2 seconds, Best at 41.5 seconds. Two very solid efforts.
It felt better today than it did yesterday, let me tell you. It's much better with the handles turning around the other way. Popped that thing right out the ground today. Much better.
Now it's Andrus Murmets of Estonia and Bendik Magnuson of Iceland. Murmets, a powerhouse from Estonia. Magnuson staring straight ahead. Look at both competitors glancing at each other again. Look how wide the hands are apart from the body. Andrus Murmets, a stone statue, just breathing to keep the oxygen flowing to the muscles. Look at the strain on Bendik Magnusson. Past the 30-second barrier. This is where the pain starts to set in. How long can they hold on for? Magnusson struggling. He puts down at 36.2 seconds. Andrus Murmets, over 44 seconds. Murmets, look at him breathe. Look at the tremendous, intense concentration from Andrus Murmets of Estonia. He is putting on a fabulous effort. Coming up on the 1-minute barrier is Andrus Murmets. Oh my, past 1 minute for Andrus Murmets. Tremendous hand strength, tremendous concentration from the Estonian strongman. Murmets struggling through the final 70-second barrier, now moves to 72.2 seconds. A huge effort.
I've done this first time.
Not bad for a first effort. 72.2 seconds for Estonia's Andrus Murmets. Now it's Zydrunas Savickas and Vytas Blekaitis, the two strongest men in Lithuania. 375 kilos, 827 pounds. How long can these two big men hang on? 72.2 is the number to beat thus far, set by Andrus Murmets just moments ago. Look at Savickas. He is an absolute fixture. Standing straight, standing tall. Look at the back, just perfect. Blekaitis doing just the same as his fellow countrymen. They are through the 30-second barrier. Blekaitis doing a great job holding off the pain. Savickas glances over at his number 2 man from Lithuania. Through 45 seconds, the pain must be intense in the shoulders and hands of both of these men. Now through 50 seconds, starting to breathe heavily is Zydrunas Savickas. Trying to hang on through 55 seconds. Look at Savickas. Look at the concentration in his eyes. Look at the ability to block out the pain. That is the face of a true world champion. Vytas Blekaitis matching him second for second. The legs are starting to shake on both of these competitors. Blekaitis puts down at 76.9. Zydrunas puts down at 78.68 seconds. Zydrunas Savickas is now the leader of this event.
So hard. I don't know how I keep it because my hands were straight. I'm happy with the result.
Happy indeed to be leading is Zydrunas Savickas, but 2 men are still to come. The former world champion from Ukraine, Vasyl Vereshchuk, looks over at Mikhail Kuklayev and says, partner, let's put on a show for the fans here in Reykjavik, Iceland. Once again, 375-kilo Toyota pickup trucks, 827 pounds for total time. Russia's Mikhail Kuklayev looking dead ahead, while the Ukraine's Vasyl Vereshchuk is looking straight down at the ground. 2 different styles, but so far, nothing different in the result. They're coming up on the 25-second barrier. Both men breathing fairly normally, coming through 30 seconds now. Vereshchuk in through the nose, out through the mouth. Kuklayev trying to get as much oxygen into the lungs as possible. The wide grip from both of these men. Through 45 seconds, neither has a muscle flinching. This is a tremendous show of strength from 2 of the world's greatest strongmen, Vasyl Vereshchuk and Mikhail Kuklayev. Through the 1-minute barrier now. Can they take down the top time of Zydrunas Savickas? Look at Kuklayev struggling to stay on. Through 75 seconds, Kuklayev and Vereshchuk hanging on. They are now going to top the time. Over 80 seconds, they've beaten Savickas. Kuklayev starting to lose it in the hands, has to put down at 86.05. Vereshchuk puts down at 87.83. He is the winner of the Toyota Truck Hold event. What a performance from these 2 superb athletes. Misha Kuklayev, Vasyl Vereshchuk, delighting the fans in Reykjavik, Iceland. This is one of the toughest competitions ever in the sport of strongman. This has tested the strengths and limitations of each and every one of these 12 final athletes. But I'll tell you something, when it came down to showtime, the best were the best. The top three are Vasil Vereshchuk, Mikhail Kuklayev, and Zydrunas Savickas, 12, 11, and 10 points respectively. Ortmeyer, Thompson, Best, Shapansky, Katona, and Brusokas round out the top 12.
The camaraderie is unmatched in any other sport. You know, the guy that you're about to go head-to-head against is going to be your number one fan rooting for you the whole way down the track. You know, you don't find that with any other sport.
Man yra toksai, nežinau, kai žmogus viršina savo galimybės.
Lithuanian Solis Brusokas says when man overcomes itself, when he is almost dying and he's still going, that is the same time scary and amazing.
Nežinau, net ir baisu, ir nuostabu. Tu esi silpnas psichologiškai, geriau prie svorio nei, nes trauma garantuota.
Brusokas also went on to say, if you have no mental strength, don't get close to the weights or you get injured, that's for sure. Any kind of strength starts with the strength of your mind.
Discipline and the self-discipline is like ungodly important. If you don't have, let's go out and drink beers, and let's go out and do this, and let's go out and do that. You at some point you go, no, I can't go do this because this is what I want to do. And that will keep me from doing what I want to do.
Conan's wheel is about stamina and endurance. Who can walk the farthest distance?
300 kilos, 660 pounds. That is Conan's wheel. One of the toughest events for a strongman competitor because that extended arm sits right on the chest where the athlete needs to breathe. Ortmeyer. Normally, this is a very good event for Travis. He's halfway around his first revolution. Conan's wheel is very difficult on the strength and stamina. Ortmeyer just passes the 32-meter mark and will be put down at 33.1 meters, and he has a tremendous shoulder cramp. So Benny Magnusson comes flying out of the back room. He's ready to take on Conan's wheel. Watch how low these athletes get and how high they want to carry the bar. And the reason for that is they want to be able to breathe as much as possible. The overhanded grip, Magnusson has it up. Oh, he's very steady and very slow coming out of the gate. Very determined steps through the first 8 meters. 32 meters is one revolution. Bendik Magnusson coming up on his first revolution. Having trouble breathing, and he puts down 34.5 meters for Bendik Magnusson. Just slightly ahead of the distance.